Here's a quick video for you. It's about stockpiling quest items. This is totally optional and it's something I don't always do it, but sometimes I do it. Usually when I either remember or notice that I've got a whole load of quest items stacked up in inventory. The first thing you're going to pick up running around that's a quest item on any character when you play through the game normally is these things, slith necklaces. They drop all over the place. Now, like quite a few quest items in Grim Dawn that drop, these things will drop before you pick up the quest to collect them. So most new players start picking these up and they see it's a quest item but they don't know what it's for, and then they eventually meet the guy that wants them. And he wants, I think he wants 3 of them. So I got 5 in Ultimate. I've already cashed a quest in. These are just left over. I can just dump them, but I haven't, which is good because I can use them as an example for this video. So if you're running around in normal and you're picking these things up, by the time you meet the guy, unless you go in specifically to get 3 and go and get the quest cashed in, you're going to have more than 3 of these knocking around in your inventory when you cash a quest in normal. And what you might think then is, oh, these are just surplus to requirement, I'll chuck them away. But if you've got some of these left over from normal and you go into elite and you go and talk to the quest guy, he'll take the ones off you that you picked up in normal. He doesn't care. He'll take them off you as well as the ones, you know, that you pick up in elite. So if you run around in normal and you collect 9 of these before you cash the quest in, because as soon as you cash the quest in, they'll stop dropping. That's the thing. They will drop before you have the quest. They will drop while you have the quest active, but they will stop dropping after you cash the quest in. So if you get 9 of them and then cash a quest in normal, you haven't got to worry about it in elite. You can go straight to that guy and give him 3, and then in ultimate you can go straight to that guy and give him 3. Now it's not a heck of a lot of massive benefit to this, because the chances are, ploughing through elite and ultimate, you'd get your 3 of those anyway. So that's just an example of what you can do. It's not, you know, there's probably not a lot of point even doing it, but there's other ones where there is a bit of a point doing it. These things, Black Legion insignia, now they drop. Bear with me on this, because this is, I do have a point to this. Right, those Black Legion insignia, when you go to Homestead, and once you do your thing here and open up the northern route out of Homestead, there's a guy in Homestead that says, go and get me 5 of these things. Now they drop in this area. So you've got to fight your way all the way up here, and then you've got to fight all around here collecting these things and go back and cash them in. Right, so in normal you need 5 of these, in elite you need 5, in ultimate you need 5. Now there's dead bodies that have got these, they're all over the place in the Blood Grove. I had a run round in there, I reckon, I don't know the exact number, I'm pretty sure, just running around there doing things, I picked up 10 or 11 of these things, just in one run round there. So if you were to go there and run around, and then go back on a new game session and do some other questing, you'd probably end up with more than 15 of these things, quite easily. So then you hang on to them, either in your inventory. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They only take up 1 slot. So if they're just in your inventory, it doesn't really matter. Or you stick them in your personal stash. You can't, because it's a quest item, you can't put them in shared stash. A lot of specific quest items can't go in shared stash. Items that are also used as quest items, that thing, hearts, there's a few things in there that they're quest items, but they're also crafting items or whatever. So don't worry too much about that. I'll come back to that in a sec. So the specific quest items are only quest items that can't be put into shared stash. Stockpile them either on your person or in your solo stash, and then when you so what happened next in elite, what I did, because this guy's mostly in ultimate, in elite I had a whole load of these. So when I got to Homestead and got given this quest, I cashed it in straight away. So as soon as he gives it you, you cash it in, because you've got 5 of them in your inventory without having to go up there and faff about running around up there. You just cash it in, saves you a bit of time. Now is a better one. This one's hilarious. Blood of the Watchers. Now the way this works is when you go down to Coven of the Three, is that what it's called? I hope it's called that. Yeah, so you come in here, you talk to this bloke, and he says, do this thing, and you go down here, and you fight the animals that come out of this thing, and then you go back to him, and he says you have to choose someone to side with. So there's this Bismail lady, you talk to her, join the Bismail group. This guy, Alan, gives you a quest. Now the quest he gives you, right, I should have picked them up, it would have been a bit more straightforward. Right, so remember that Alan guy, he's given me a quest, and it's to collect 3 Blood of the Watchers. So this thing here. So in normal, what you'll find is that this Blood of the Watchers, you start down here. Blood of the Watchers starts dropping from things in the temple city of Osir. You'll get a few in there. And then you work your way on up, fighting around, killing things, whatever. And you get up to the Cairn docks, and a whole load of these Blood of the Watchers drops there. Now, just doing a normal run through, in normal difficulty, fighting all these, I think I had 10, 11, 12 of these things, because I let them keep dropping. I didn't go back and cash the quest in until I got a whole load of these. I must have had, have I actually, hang on a sec, have I even done this yet? Acquire the eye, assist the Soleil cult. Oh, I'm doing Soleil on this. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, what I've done here, because I maxed out Bismail, I think I swapped over to Soleil and Ultimate to level them up quicker on rep. Anyway, forget that. So what you do is, you run around in normal, you only need 3 of those in each difficulty. So you get a whole load of that drop, and you get 10 of them. So long as you've got 9, go and cash the quest in. So what that means is, when you come into here in Elite and Ultimate, well, if it's Elite, it's not so bad because you've got the merit. In Ultimate, what you can do, instead of getting the quest here, fighting your way all the way up to Temple City of Osir, getting a few there, fighting your way all up to Cairn Docks, getting a few there, you can talk to Alan, who will say, I want 3 of these things, and you just give him the 3. You have to take them, I think, with this quest item, I can't remember, I think you have to take 3 out of stash, put them in, 3 of them in your inventory, and then go and talk to him. I think that's how that works. I think you have to do that. You have to have it in your inventory. But you can leave them in stash. And then you get that quest done straight away. His next quest, he creates a portal right next to him, and you go through it, kill some big dog, and then the next thing then is, go up to the Vanguard of the 3. So if you choose a Bismail cult, you can pretty much blitz through their entire early quest chain of those 2 quests just with a couple of mouse clicks and about 2 minutes of fighting, and then you're done. And that's a pretty quick way of getting, and also you get a load of faction rep. So that's that one. Bone Hunter thing, that's a drop from a boss over in East Marsh. You can stockpile that. That's if you want to do outcast quests. I don't tend to hand outcast quests in, because every time you hand in an outcast quest, you lose Black Legion rep. Just depends what you want to do. I mean, if outcast has got items you want and Black Legion hasn't, then by all means, grab a load of those in normal and then just go and cash them in as soon as you get to Fort Icon in Elite and Ultimate. There's other ones. So that's quest items that drop. That's Dravis's letter. That's a quest item. Now that's part of a massive faff of a quest in Mournhold. Mournhold is when you get to Barrow Home, Lone Watch. When you get to Lone Watch and you fight your way through, not Mournhold. What's Mournhold? Mourndale. Why do I call it Mournhold? I reckon that's from something else. Anyway, you fight your way from Lone Watch all the way up to this Malmouth Outskirts Rift. And you do that. And then you'll meet Dahlia, whatever, here, and she'll say, go and get Dravis's letter, then you go back, then you've got to go into some Chaos Rift, and it's all a big faff. If you keep going, right, if you go and get that letter and put it in your stash and then go back to where it dropped, you can get it again. You can get 3 of them. So when you go into, I mean, it's a bit of a faff in normal, but you've got to do it anyway, so you might as well. Then when you go into Elite, what will happen is, what you'll find is, you can have that letter in your inventory. You go up to Lone Watch, fight your way up towards there, go straight across. Well, if you find the Chaos Rift on the way, good for you. As soon as you get to Dahlia, whatever, she'll say, hello, I'm looking for, and you go, here it is, I've already got it. And that's sorted. You hand that in and that quest is done. And then you just fight your way on up here and you never got to go back. Particularly if you do the Chaos thing first, the Chaos Rift and then her. you'll understand once you get the quest. And there's a bunch of other things as well that you can hang on to. Something I found out, I'll put a video clip in just after this. There's no audio on it, but you can see what I'm talking. Well, I might do a voiceover if I can be bothered. Probably can't be bothered. You can go and get the cultist orders, because I thought you could do this and I didn't think to drop the damn thing. If you go to Burwich Village, it won't be there now because I've already picked it up, but you go to Burwich Village and you go up to this house here and there's this lectern thing. If you click on that lectern thing, you get a cultist orders drop out of there, and then you go and confront Dureni. Dureni's a guy back in Devil's Crossing. Now what I did in a recent video, I picked it up and I went into Ultimate and tried to confront him. It didn't work, but what I was supposed to do was, if you drop it on the floor and then pick it up again, the game thinks you've picked it up in Ultimate. If you've got it in your inventory when you go into Ultimate, it doesn't set the trigger, because obviously it's not coded that way. It's coded to say, have I picked it up? There's like a flag set in Ultimate when you go in that's probably set to 0, and when you pick it up, bang, it sets it to 1, something like that. I've got a background in mainframe programming for anyone who's interested, so I've got a vague idea what I'm talking about, only it's just a bit out of date. So you can do that, and if you know it, if you find it, cultist orders, and you can take that into Ultimate. Now that's not that brilliant, apart from you can go and stick it in stash and go and collect it again. I'll prove. Well, I'm definitely sure you can do that. If it's in stash, you can go and get another one, and then when you go into Ultimate, you can confront him straight away. Make your choice as to whether you kill him or side with him. Doesn't really matter. Well, it sort of depends what you want to do. If you want an extra boss in Cronley's there, let him live. If you just want some easy Devil's Crossing faction rep, and in Ultimate you get quite a lot for killing him, and I think, yeah, it just depends. I mean, either way it's Devil's Crossing faction rep. I've not got into the detail of what's the best way to do it. I'm just telling you this as part of this video. Let's go back to my stash for a sec. Yeah, so you can put that in there, but there's quite a few quest items. If you get something that drops that says quest item, what I tend to do, I started messing about doing things like this, was I'd think, well, can you actually do this? Can you stockpile it and use it in the next difficulty? I mean, it's no big deal, is it? You collect more than you need, save them up, see if you can use them the next time round. And if you have an issue where you're expecting to see somebody be a quest receiver for those things, if they're not getting activated, maybe drop the thing on the ground and pick it back up again. Definitely works for the cultist orders. These things I've never had to do anything like that, they just work. But the cultist orders is a weird one. Other quest items work the same way. So yeah, so you can do that. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, some people might listen to me saying this and they might go, well, I'd rather play the game than do that. Why are you doing that? I'm not saying do it, I'm saying you can do it. And one that's really good, there's an excellent one. If you get the... Let's go and have a chat to this lady. I don't think I've done this quest, but I can use this as an example. I don't think I've done this. I don't think I could be bothered in Ultimate to do this. She's still got the question mark. Yeah, she hasn't she? So she gives you this quest to restore the Shrine of Mogdragon. So if you look at this, it says, where is it? Rowari Legacy. Find the runed stone of Mogdragon. Find the spirit of Mogdragon. Collect an ancient heart. Restore the Shrine of Mogdragon. Right. So one of these things, I think it's a spirit you get first. One of them is in a random chaos chthonic rift in the Bloodgrove. One of them is in a random chthonic rift in Plains of Strife. But the thing itself is sort of this area here. When you go through the Astrakhan Road Rift, it's around here. So it's between the Astrakhan Road Rift and the Astrakhan Valley Rift. There's the Mogdragon Shrine. So to restore it, you have to do the Fort Icon stuff, the Commander Lucius stuff, get to Plains of Strife, probably optionally go and open up that rift before you go back and start trying to find the Chthonic Rift, then get the thing and then go back. So what you could do, if you've got if you've got that quest in normal and you can be bothered, I've done this. You might sound a bit tragic and boring, but I've done this. I tell you, it definitely works. Is you get your quest in normal to go and get the shriney things, the Mogdragon shrine items. You can go into those rifts in normal, and if you're quite strong, so you're going to blitz through it. So you whiz through it in normal, collect 3 of them, 3 of each, and put them in your personal stash. And then, you know, if you've been playing for a while, you have a whole load of ancient hearts anyway. They're just sitting there, so don't even worry about that. So you've got this. Let's pretend that's it. So you've got your Mogdragon what's it, and the other one's a thing. So you've got them, and you've got 3 of each of them. Mogdragon what's it's for that quest. I think the spirit is the 4 slot item, and the runed stone is a 6 slot item. So you don't really want them hanging around in your inventory. Stick them in there. You've got 3 of each. Go back to that lady at Arcovia thing. No, you don't. Sorry, forget that. Go to the Mogdragon shrine. You don't have to go back to her. I just don't know what I'm talking about. Go to the Mogdragon shrine, which is round about there somewhere, and do the quest. Then when you come into Elite and you've got those things in your inventory, and you're like, fight, you don't even have to carry them. You're fighting your way through here. You get that quest off her honoured status. When you get to this bit, you can just go straight there and do that shrine quest. You haven't got to go to Icon and Plains of Strife and go back into the thing. You've just got those items in your inventory. You can go there and bang, do that quest. So that's a good one. You can try that. I mean, it works. It's fine. It just means you've got to do a little bit of item farming in normal. But the thing is, you'd have to go and get those items in Elite and Ultimate anyway. And you might think, well, I'd rather do it in Elite and Ultimate because of XP and loot and blah, blah, blah. Fine. It's an option. It's a choice. Like I said, I'm not saying do it. I'm saying you can do it. Right, okay. So now what I'll do is I'll drop in a bit of video just showing how that Cultist Orders things work with Direni. When I first walk up to him and he doesn't have the option to interact about it, then I'll drop it on the floor and pick it back up again, and he does. Right, here we go.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
So that's about all I've got to say about stockpiling quest items. It's an option. It's something I do every now and again. Once you start doing it, you probably get hooked on it and won't be able to stop. Hope you enjoyed that video. I'll try and get some purifier stuff done, because I know a few people are waiting to see where that's going to end up, and I'll get that video or those videos posted as soon as I can. Meanwhile, I hope you enjoyed that one, and I'll catch you soon.